2012 CONvergence Masquerade. I just love that. Here you will see all of the districts represented by their finest in their finery. Trying, yes, or lack thereof. Trying for fame, fortune, or immortality. Best of luck, I've seen them all. Now, we have judges that we have imported from the capital. That is mahogany. Judges are here to fairly ascertain the talent, the workmanship, the craft of each participant. Most of them will live. We will be getting to know our judges very well as the evening goes on. One request. Do feel free to hoop and holler for your favorite, your districts, but manners. Everyone is trying hard, and there's a lot of people trying. So, without further ado, are we ready? Are we ready? My hands are shaking. Now, I would like to start with a judge. I think that's only fitting. So if I might have you, Miss Brody, stand. This, with ties to District 2, this is Tanya Brody. She has been at CONvergence for only 2 years. I'm sure it feels like 20. Has she judged before? Well, yes, she has. But it was at Minicon. Let us not speak of it. Miss Brody is a professional costumer and performer who has traveled the country and internationally. She left that out. We have pictures. And built everything from costumes for Renaissance Festival, royalty and stage acts to Muppets and Snoopy. Wonderful. Tanya previously judged for Minicon, the unmentionable, many years ago, so it probably doesn't count, and is thrilled to be judging workmanship here for us. Everyone, Miss Tanya Brody. And now you've been so patient. Let us begin. Entry number 1 in the category of novice is Cassandra. Cassandra is the last human.
I know it's wrong, isn't it? I've had my chin completely taken away, and look at the difference. Look, thin and dainty. I go for a day over 2,000. Moisturize me, moisturize me.
presented by Jolene McCammon. The costumes were also designed by Jolene McCammon, and the costumes and Cassandra was built by Jolene McCammon and Anne Lubar. Once again, Cassandra. Well, let us not delay. I'm a little bit disturbed because that stretched skin looked familiar, so I'll have to ask the President Snow. Entry number 2 in the novice category is Damned Belly Dance. The music has awakened an old friend or two. So come out wherever you are. See the extended performance of this at midnight at the Oasis at 11 if you dare. Presented by, designed by, and built by Alira and Luna Rouge. Once again, Damned Belly Dance. You know, I think I've seen some of those spiky things at the Capitol, but I hope the fangs don't catch on. Next, entry number 3 in the novice category. The banjo does not fall.
No.
Was presented by, designed by, and built by Rob Kalachi. The banjo does not fall. You would be ill-advised to wear those shorts and carry that backpack in the arena. You'd never make it to the stream. I'm just saying. Now, entry 4. It's so exciting. In the master category, we have a reunion. We have Monster High Reunion.
Good evening, monsters and ghouls. Welcome to the 25th class reunion of Monster High. Let's kick off this evening's festivities with our very own Beer Squad. For what I am assured will be a fantastic and undeadly presentation. Welcome back, and may the ghosts be
presented, designed, and built by Dana Baird, Jill Bigelow-Rossing, Amy Burge, Ange Olsen, and Jody Worrell. The music was contributed by Gregory Dedanen, makeup by Classic Cherry Productions, voice-over by Steve McKillen, and graphic design by Dave Rossing and Ange Olsen. As for We've Got Spirits, Yes We Do, we certainly do, and they're in Hamish's room. That was probably mahogany, and I don't care. Now, I have a public service announcement. I do like to be of service. I'd like to take a moment, as you just recently came in, to call attention to the paintings at the entrance to the main stage. Now, these paintings were produced by our own facade department. That out there. Anyway, the paintings, those and also the ones in the con suite, are for sale. They are up at auction in the art auction, which begins tonight. Now, the bidding begins at 9 p.m. whether Masquerade is done or not. But I suspect they'll wait for you, the Thundering Horde, and they should be done 11-ish. We're not quite sure. There's an aura of mystery about it. Are you ready for one more? Do you like enthusiasm? Entry number 5 in the Master category is a 64-bit princess.
I want to
28-bit, darling. I always go out with a parasol. Perhaps I should try the crown next. Entry number 6 in the Journeyman category. We have Wonder Woman redesign.
After DC redesigned Wonder Woman's costume, everyone was in an uproar. They gave her pants because those tiny breeches didn't seem comfortable to fight in. If they wanted to go for comfort, why not just give her a bathrobe? She needs something more elegant, like a kimono. Modernize your costume. What's trendy now? Steampunk. That's a bit too brown. Wonder Woman is bright and colorful. What's more colorful than a rhinestone girl? What sells is sex appeal. Maybe we need to take the original one-piece costume and make it a bikini.
Four layers of fashion, I had goosebumps. I don't think I'd wear the bathrobe out though. Many do and they get picked up. I must correct an error, so very, very deeply mahogany of me. 64-bit princess was none other than Rosanna Capone. I didn't even read her name. So affected, yes, I'm sorry. And her costumes were designed by whomever designed Super Smash Brothers Brawl. Well, we can certainly peel away at our fashion, but what fun would it be to peel away at a judge? Let's learn a little more about Corvus Elrod. Corvus Elrod, representing District 6, has been at CONvergence. This is his first year as a judge. No, I won't again. I want to say that when we asked if he's judged before, he said not here, but again, Minicon. To his credit, he was dressed as Cruella de Vil. Overlooked his time, Mr. Elrod. His history, he is a semionaut and designer of playful experiences. Don't make that face, row one. Drawing upon 2 decades of improvisational performance and shared storytelling, he works with clients ranging from theater directors to video game designers to create performative play experiences. It is our pleasure to welcome Corvus Elrod. Or Cruella de Vil. I'm sure there's a YouTube somewhere and I'll be looking for it later. Entry number 7 in the young fan category is none other than Wednesday Addams.
Wednesday, sorry, come on back. Wait, why is the light on? Yeah! Wait a minute. Ah!
presented by Cody Burge, costumes designed by Amy and Cody Burge, costume built by Amy Burge, music by Gregory Dedanen, and voiceover by Brendan Wright. I think since she likes to set things on fire, we have a future for her. Entry number 8 in the novice category is As the World Falls Down. Jareth and Sarah encounter each other in a dream. Lovely, absolutely lovely. The costumes were presented, designed, and built by Kiana Howard and Taylor Deathridge. Let's hear it. For all of the contestants thus far, including As the World Falls Down, I'd like to add, I believe that David Bowie was from District 11. We did draw his name. It wasn't me. I'm not the publicist there. He was so pretty, we pretended to drop the card and picked it up. It's the pants. I know. Entry number 9. In the journeyman category, we have a woman who's heavily armed. Presented, designed, and built by Ainsley Grants. I'd like to say that is some sponsorship, the little wheelie thing that cuts heads off. Let's starve for that. I know, right? Row 4. Now, entry 10 in the novice category is a creeper. Wild caves hold the greatest gold and the most precious gems. In the depths of the caves, something else lurks. Creepers. These tall green entities crawl around in the dark, seeking miners to destroy their work. When you see one, run. Be the most difficult walk-on. It's worse than a hoop skirt. Let's spring right into 11, shall we? Shall we? Yeah. It's like the Hunger Games, the end. Entry 11 in the novice category. Enter Magneto. After discovering his children, the man once known as Eric Lencher creates the House of M. hoping to inspire mutants everywhere to throw off the shackles of oppression and be seen for what they are. The next stage of evolution.
There's so much more to you than you know. Not just pain and anger. It's good too, I felt. When you can access all that, you'll possess a power no one can match. Not even me.
who presented the costume, designed it himself, and built it with the help of Dawn. So enter Magneto. He would never make tribute. Simply because he could do that metal thing and bring a cornucopia right to him. Skew the gate. Now, entry 12 in the master category. Dance Macabre.
London, November 1888. The city lives in fear as a monster in human form fills the city with dread and apprehension. From hell he came, and to hell he returns. A monster in human form can only be defeated by a hero in monstrous form. Madame Vostra, the most private of Her Majesty's consulting detectives, will dine well tonight.
That there's a certain amount of good karma that comes about when a killer is killed. Though I do think she should investigate a face cream. I would recommend that afterwards. Now, Madame Vostra was played by Michelle Frank. Jack the Ripper was Bill Hedrick. The makeup was by Michelle Frank and Bill Hedrick, designed by Barbara Southcott. The costume was by Michelle, Bill, Jennifer Frank, and Margie Bloom. The Madame Vostra costume design was Barbara Kidd's idea. Props by Michelle Frank and Bill Hedrick. Soundtrack edited and narrated by Bill Hedrick. Whew, let's have a round of applause for all of that. And while we take a little breather from all that death, there's always more. Let's talk about a judge. Dr. Deborah Mullen, if you would please stand up. Welcome. With long ties to District 7, she's here judging workmanship. She has been at CONvergence 5 years. Stupendous service. Has she judged before? Oh, yes. And she stopped just shy of putting a smiley. Deborah started sewing clothing at 6 with her mom and grandma. By 18, she was professionally costuming and had left normal street clothes behind. Her clients included delightful Southern brides with way too many bridesmaids, Renaissance Festival performers, performers from across the U.S., Dickens street performers living in the past, dinner theaters, and one large jousting horse. She specializes in historical recreations, or recreations, fantasy costumes. We don't judge. Fantasy costumes for which there are no patterns, freebasing, and antique restoration. By day, she is a research scientist and professor. I take the freebasing back. By night, she is an actor, singer, and costumer. She is the assistant director of the Innisy Women's Chorus, and she has performed as Princess Rhiannon at the Minnesota Renaissance Festival for the past 13 years. Dr. Deborah Mullen. Now, technically, she does outrank the other two of you, so good luck. I've heard she plays nasty. All right, so lucky entry 13. A novice walk-on. The title, Sailor Moon, light bless you. If you are plagued by evil, then look no further than the Sailor Scouts. Watching over planet Earth, Sailor Moon protects all of the men, women, and chimichangas that we all hold so close. Then she is your ally. And if you are wicked, by the light of the moon, she'll punish you. Someone that wears a fine holster and puts fruit in it. The costume was presented, designed, and built by none other than Ted Poole. A hand for Sailor Moon like bless you. There's always more, and now, entry 14 in the category of journeyman. The Grand Slam. This may not be Wimbledon of the fine game of tennis, but the challenge is there to face a pesky, everyday menace. Elegant person with her scepter of death. That costume was presented, designed, and built by none other than Sarah Tesh. Now, entry 15 in the journeyman category. A bit of mystery going in.
on the city of Minas Tirith. Into this have ridden King Theoden and Rohirrim. But King Theoden has fallen to the Witch King of Angmar, and no one is there to defend him until Durnham comes forth to stand against the Witch King.
Begone, foul Glimmerlake, Lord of Carrion, leave the dead in peace.
Come not between the vessel with his prey, or he will not slay me in thy turn, for no living man can kill me.
No man am I. Eowyn I am, Eowyn's daughter. You stand between me and my lord and king. Be you living or gone undead, I'll smite you if you touch him.
I will bear you away to the house of investigation, beyond the darkness of the night flesh.
She was there, he said. She should not die, so there's some distance, not an inch at least.
Be gone if you be not devils.
Oh my goodness, that piece was called Hobbit to the Knee. And that be gone if you be not deathless. I think someone wrote that in my yearbook. The costumes were presented by, designed, and built by Sarah Bloy, Vicky Asarata Nakul, and John Havati. Hobbit to the knee! Not everyone takes one. Next, next. Entry 16, also in the Journeyman category. Garth Nix's Sabriel.
Sabriel's hand hovered, touched on Rana, and then settled on Savana. Carefully, she undid the strap and withdrew the bell. With her right hand, she drew her sword. Charter marks along the blade caught the moonlight and flickered into life. Sabriel watched them for a moment. Strange marks raced across the blade before transmuting into the more usual inscription. I was made for Abhorsen, to slay those already dead. The Clare saw me. The Wallmaker made me. The King quenched me. Abhorsen wields me. Sabriel, eyes closed now, felt the boundary between life and death appear. On her face, she felt the ultimate cold, and, opening her eyes, saw the grey light of death.
The costume was presented, designed, and built by Sonia Poole. Now, the costume was also, she says here, inspired by cover art for Sabriel. I do love a true fan. Next, entry 17 in the Journeyman category. Magica Nippon.
Thank you for attending this informational meeting today. I am Vlad, headmaster of the college and not a vampire. I'd like to introduce you to one of our foreign exchange students today, whose name, isn't important. From the Magica Nippon downloadable content, please welcome the Black Magica Nippon Mage. As you would treat your other fellow students. Maybe better. Remember, you will likely be saving the world with him after graduation. And before I go, remember to help control the adventurer population. Aim for the knee.
Wonderful. The costume was presented, designed, and built by Zach Cordani. The game design, or the costume design, was contributed to by Arrowhead Game Studios. Most of the training in District 2 is exactly like that. I can neither confirm nor deny that they cut people off at the knees. Now, speaking of cutting to the quick, let's take another judge. If I could have Jackie Cation. Stand, please. Welcome, Jackie. Jackie has affinities at District 12, and she will judge anything according to the law. Now, her number of years at CONvergence, this is it. Be nice. Have you judged at Masquerade before? No. However, you should know before you take this judge on that Jackie is a stand-up comic with a half-hour special on Comedy Central. Oh, that's right. She could drag you across the monkey. She has a weekly podcast on iTunes called The Dork Forest. She is in the right place, people. And she just recorded an episode of This American Life. Welcome, Jackie Cation. Didn't pick any shy ones, did they? I know, row 5. Entry number 18 in the Journeyman category is fit for a queen. With the Separatist army defeated, and the Sith back in the shadows, the small planet of Naboo is once again free. The Gungans and the people of Naboo have finally settled their differences and come together as allies and friends. And I think I could take her, she's small. The costume is presented by Chelsea Branson. The costume was designed by Trisha DeGar, and it was built by Chelsea Branson. Fit for a queen. Entry 19 in the Journeyman category is the Automaton Ascot.
It's a beautiful sunny afternoon, perfect weather for the Automaton Ascot opening day. And as the mechanical horses are loaded into their gates and we await the beginning of the first race, we can enjoy the stunning array of steam couture that is the hallmark of this elegant event. The hats, the corsets, the jewelry, and other accessories, each in every size.
Lovely. The costumes were presented, designed, and built by Jeanette and Daniel Roth. Now, the building had assistance from Mitch Thompson. The automaton Ascot. Nice number 20. Entry number 20 in the novice category. Daenerys Stormborn, Mother of Dragons.
When my dragons are grown, we will take back what was stolen from me and destroy those who have wronged me. We will lay waste to armies and burn cities to the ground. Turn us away, and we will burn you first.
The costume was presented by, designed by, and built by Sarah Hagen. Though one wonders if she were in the arena, if the dragon could save her. They have a way of gunning for the winged creatures. All right, gods help me. Intro. Sometimes we do our best as a publicist, and sometimes it isn't enough. Wish me luck going into the intro. Entry 21 in the novice category. The Gladiators of Marcus Crassus. Citizens of Rome, come as Lannister to the great Marcus Crassus to present you with a spectacle of blood never before seen. With his generosity, he has gathered the mightiest gladiators from the four corners of the empire. Together they stand as the finest warriors, titans of the arena, leaving footprints of blood in their paths. And now I present our champions, taken from the ferocious tribes of Thrace. He is called the Thanatorax, who rises from the sands, no matter how many times he is slain. Brachus Thracian. From the barren deserts of Africa comes the Nubian lion. He falls upon his foes like a curse from Mars, leaving none alive. Decimus Hautomachus. From the Silk Roads far to the east comes a woman who has slain entire empires, first with her beauty. A beauty matched only by the prowess of her blade. Hortensia Murmildo. The next warrior hails from the Nordic snows, far to the north. His visage is gaunt and pale, and his body is carved from the ice of his homeland. I present Maracus Retarius. This imposing champion was captured in the Isles of Hibernia. A Celtic warrior, he wields the vengeance of those slain by the legions. Patrocles Murmillo. Next, from the ruins of Carthage rose the daughter of Hannibal Barca. The arena is her empire, its foundations, the bones of those impaled by her husband. Juliana Hoplomachus. And finally, I present the champion of Rome. He comes from the barbaric Germania and has built a throne upon the bodies of his enemies. With a gladius in each hand, he is the only undefeated champion in all of the Republic. Enter Valerius or Macaris. All these titans have made the arena their home, their mountaintop, given in exhibition today by the gracious Marcus Crassus.
Crassus! Crassus! Crassus!
reminds me of some other games. I can't recall. The players presenting their costumes, designing their costumes, and building them are none other than Eric Krieger, Jay Collette, Harold Gordon, Sean Fisher, Rachel O'Brien, Patrick Cameron, Daniel Scott, Amanda Tritham, Brian Krieger, Shen Zhang, and Brown. I think that's it. Let's hear it for the gladiators of our fifth passage. And I do give my humblest apologies if I missed anyone. Entry 22 in the novice category. World of Warcraft, Pandaren. Crystal Myrrh, Pandaren Mage. I do like the tail.
Now that's kind of cute.
It is kind of cute. You've got to have bounce, though, spring in your step. The costume was presented, designed, and built by Julia Ellis with a little bit of building help by Diane Burke. Entry 23 in the journeyman category is none other than the woman.
To Sherlock Holmes, she is always the woman. I have seldom heard him mention her under any other name. In his eyes, she eclipses and predominates the whole of her sex. It was not that he felt any emotion akin to love for Eileen Adler. All emotions, and that one particularly, were abhorrent to his cold, precise, but admirably balanced mind. And yet, there was but one woman to him, and that woman was Eileen Adler, of dubious and questionable memory.
You can see it on my face, can't you? Flower envy. See it? The costume was presented by Anne Hauser, designed by Jenny Bevan, and built by Anne Hauser. Remarkable. The woman. So exciting. So exciting. Now, entry 24. You get to recapture a little of what you may not have had in the category of novice. A bit of school spirit.
Dancing in your underwear, faking air conditioner repair. 3 down, so away it goes.
Over the summer, I decided to whip this place into shape. I'm gonna be a mean, lean, beaming machine. No more paintball, no more spaceships, no more trampolines.
We are developing the perfect mascot. No stereotypical identifiers from any race or gender.
Say hello to our ethnically neutral mascot, the Greendale human being.
I really don't know what's more exciting, the fact that we might be able to genetically engineer tributes, or George in a suit. The costumes were presented by George Richard, Sean Beveridge, and Hal Bishop. Costumes were designed by the show Community on NBC. Costumes built to those specifications by Hal Bishop, with a flag by George Richard. Now, there is a note. It's who you know, and it's always the quiet ones. New this year, from our friends here, new this year is the official CONvergence Masquerade YouTube channel. At last! Watch every individual Masquerade entry going back to 2004. Just go to convergence-con.org and click your brains out on YouTube at the top of the page. We'll see if we can get those things from Minicon later. You're laughing now. Our next entry, number 25, a perfectly respectable number, but too old to be a tribute, in the master category is 15 minutes later at the shawarma place.
Yeah, Red, I like this place too. The food here can't be beat.
Unlike you, Loki. I heard you got your ass kicked by the Hulk.
Hey, at least I fought in a opponent worthy of Asgardian power, not some guy who could take some serum and Vitarays.
Well, if it hadn't been for me, Captain America would still be known as Lieutenant America.
If it hadn't been for me, nobody know how the Hulk's pants still stay on when he gets mad.
Hey, isn't that your brother's hammer over there?
Yeah, you're right. I'm going to grab it. Hey, let's see you pick up that hammer if you're so strong.
Hey, that's my Tesseract. Give it back.
Never. Such secrets are not meant for mortal possession.
You forgot that I brought it here. I'll give it back before I get angry.
You will give me the Tesseract.
I will give you the Tesseract.
Don't take those sandwiches. Now, three things. I need a Tesseract of my own. I am sure that some of you want one as well. We'll start a waiting list after the Masquerade. I don't think we should pick on Captain America. Because. And, but you know, all bets are off on the Hulk's pants. The costumes were presented, designed, and built by Todd Murray and Chris Ross 15 minutes later. Next, entry 26, in the category of novice walk-on, we have Starman Jr. A lot of silver, no flowers. The costume is presented by Denny Haidu, and the costume was built by ZentaiCostumeStore.com. You don't have to be shy because no one believes it. You're at con. Next, entry 27. In the master category, heroes of a time yet known. 900 years after the Great War, these two will be instrumental in brokering the peace, between the humans and the vampiric Methuselah. Delicious pageantry. I'd wear that all myself, to the right event. And I admire any man that can save the world in heels like that. Now, the costumes were presented, designed, and built by Teresa Dietzinger and Will Wolfram. Next, 28 in the journeyman category, Arabian Nights. Your heart I know you, I walk with you once upon a dream. Mean to put too fine a point on it, but I think that represents what Walt Disney was really thinking. And they kept going, family show, family show. So, family show, naughtiness brings us to the next judge, Jason Thomas. If you would stand up, please, Mr. Thomas. Jason is here to judge specifically in the area of workmanship, and he has been at Con for 3 long years. Has he judged before? Oh yes, he's a judger. Now Jason from Morningstar Productions has provided props for shows on the Centennial Showboat with Cerulean River Productions. He's also worked on props and sets for several episodes of Transylvania Television, as well as their Halloween special on the CW. Jason appears with the Minnesota Superheroes United at SpringCon and Free Comic Book Day as Hellboy. Welcome, with his ties to District 3, Jason Thomas. Now, I believe I got so rattled up with the princesses that I didn't even introduce them. Walt Disney. The costumes were worn by the Minnesota Princesses and Company. They were designed by Leah Redding and Company. There's dwarves and elves and little singing mice. What? Dishwitches. Then the costumes were built by Ali Guglielmi and Company. Arabian Nights. Now, at the coveted spot of entry 29 in the novice category, we have First Journey. A wanderer is alone in a shimmering gold desert. A destination turned before them. Now, whether alone or accompanied by a fellow wanderer, it really is about the journey. It's so ungainly, isn't it? Coveted. So, the costume was presented by Anna Tonches, designed by Turn On Red from Tumblr, with modifications by Anna. And the costume was built by Anna Tonches and Cheryl Tonches, her mother. I have to tell you that in that costume, darling as can be and blind as a bat. Doing tech going, I can't see a thing, I can't see a thing. It's like, all right, Grandma, we'll hold you. First Journey. Coming in at entry 30 in the Journeyman category, King of the Changelings. All right, now I need a show of hands. How many of you would wear that to work? Yeah?
Tony, I can just shoot the dark.
The costume for King of the Changelings was presented, designed, and built by Raymond Fuller. Now, before we go on, I think it's time for our last judge. Did we save the best for last? She's shaking her head. We did, Districts. Please stand up if you can. Welcome, Lexi. Now, Lexi's here to judge performance, and she has been at CONvergence for 14 years. She's either a good worker or she's certified, we say. Have you judged a Masquerade before? No, which I think leads us towards lurker. In her history, she has been a main stage head for 10 years or more. For 5 years, she has assisted the Masquerade. Welcome to the big table, Lexi. For 20 years or more, she's done event and concert production. She's performed in various events at Ground Zero nightclub and the Saloon drag shows. YouTube. She has managed bands and performers. She is a jewelry designer. And, oh, she tacks this on like it's nothing on the list. 2008 CONvergence Artisan Best Amateur Collection winner. Welcome with your ties to District 9, Lexi. Quick checkup on PSAs. I think we're down the last two. It's very sad. Now, I want to tell you that the Masquerade results, there will be a panel tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. in atrium number 2. So you will learn who the winners are tomorrow. Results panel, 12:30 atrium 2. We are on to entry 31 in the novice category with the title of The Mighty Fine Shindig. Miss K. Winnett, Lee Fry, and escort.
Is this in cat?
Move up your backside. You see the chandelier's hovering.
What's the point of that, I wonder?
Oh, mangoes.
I mean, I see how they did it, I just didn't get the why.
These girls have the most beautiful dresses. And so do I. How about that?
Yeah, well, just be careful. We should badger out good money to buy that frippery. You're supposed to make me look respect.
Yes, sir, Captain Tight Pants.
Our man. Supposed to be old and kind of stocky, wears a red sash, cross-dressed.
Why did you do that?
Maybe he won the Miss Persephone pageant. Just help me with that.
Is that him?
That's the buffet table.
Well, how can we be sure? Unless we question it.
Fine, don't make yourself sick.
You might not be able to see it, so I must tell you that on her little handbag, she has hand embroidered the word shiny with a strawberry. Those costumes were presented by Jess Duno and Jason Ripplinger. The costumes were designed and built by Jess Duno. Mighty fine shindig! Wow. We are down to our very last entry. Tribute! Exceptions in age can be made. One thing before we're done is please remain seated while the judges exit the main stage. Please remain seated so they can get out. They all are armed with tasers and they will not hesitate. I mean, just look at them honestly. Minicon, take you down. And that doctor, she could provide you good boot. I think so. Oh, you're laughing now. Our finale piece is entry 32 in the master category. The Victorian Lady Doctors. Now, Rule 63 of the Internet states for any given male character, there is a female version of that same character. Well, these ladies will see your gender swap and raise you a muscle dress. Thief! Where's my thief?
One.
universe. And a lady to boot. 2. I hate computers and refuse to be bullied by them. 3. I reverse the polarity of the neutron flow. 4. Would you care for a jelly baby? 5. Well, I'm still not the man I used to be, thank goodness. 6. The TARDIS, when working properly, is capable of many amazing things, not unlike myself. 7. Ah, well, every dogma has its day. 8. I love humans, always seeing patterns and things that are not there. 9. Fantastic. 10. People assume that time is a strict progression of cause to effect, but actually, from a non-linear, non-subjective viewpoint, it's more like a big ball of wibbly, wobbly, timey-wimey stuff. I wear a bow tie now. Bow ties are cool. Take me where I wanted to go. No, but I always took you where you needed to go. Follow me.
I would even wear the Dalek dress with pride. I'd wear it to lunch with my mother. And I want a jelly baby right now. All of the costumes were carefully researched, reimagined, re-engineered, and realized by Natasha Prince, Melinda Matson, Joanne French, Megan Canny, Kate Madsen, Emily Chesley, S.J. Moore, Amy Sue Raby, Brianna Klein, Brooke Hansen, Rebecca Dickel, Melinda Layden, Emmeline Henderson, Karen Engelson, Eric Anderson, Jim Morehouse, Pat McGregor, Lisa Wonka, Patricia Canny, and Jess Duno. The sound was mastered by Mad Sound Studios, and they wish to offer a special thanks to all participants, and they will see you tomorrow at 2 for tea in the Garden Court.
Good evening, my name is Erin Schneider. I'm the president of MinSOC, Minnesota Society of Customers, and this is?
I'm Robert Cruz, vice president of Minnesota Society of Customers.
All right, and I have the official spammy speech. It's short, don't worry. It's on my iPhone. Hello, once again, we are the Minnesota Society of Customers, or MinSOC. and we are a chapter of the ICG, the International Costumers Guild. We're also the largest chapter. As such, I know, woohoo, yay our team. As such, we give out a chapter award that was originally called MinSoc Hot Dish. However, as you all know, you don't award a hot dish, you pass a hot dish. And thus, we have decided to honor the fine town of Austin, Minnesota, and give out the Spam Award, affectionately called the Spammy. It's on a stick. This award, because that's how we do things in Minnesota. It's not deep fried though. This award honors costumers who have embodied the idea of go big or go home. The costumers who've made something that makes us wish we had done it ourselves, and makes us want to stand up and say bravo. The Spammy includes this fine piece of single-serving Spam on a stick. And, even better, a free year-long membership to MinSoc. And with no further ado, I'd like to award the Spammy and the free membership to Sonia Cool. She was, of course, Sabriel from my favorite book ever. I know. Did you see the thing with the embroidery? And then the bells, and then the sword, and then the sword had it. Okay, if you don't read the book, you have no idea what I'm talking about. But wait, there's more.
There's always more spam. We decided this year to award a group award, not only for their theme and the technical merit. When seen, these ladies just blew us out of the water. So the group award, Spammy, goes to the Victorian Doctors. I'm not sure we can give them all out. Thank you very much.
And they have to split the Spam. A tragedy, I know. And that was the
Costumers.
Thank you, the Minnesota Society of Costumers. All right, and because my memory is so good, now I'm going to have to try to give my thank yous off the top of my head. I'll make it really quick. First of all, I would like to take a moment. Oh, awesome. We're just randomly adding more awards as we go. This is so cool. Tamika, I need another medal. Okay, so I would like to thank the judges. If you would please stand up and take another bow. I can't tell you how much I appreciate all your hard work. Tony Brody, Corvusella, Dr. Devon, Jackie Cashian, Lisa Thomas, and Lexi Davis. Thank you very much. All right, this show doesn't happen all by itself, and let me tell you, it takes a lot of people to put this little thing together, and I'm going to try to remember all of them very quickly. In the back, we've got Alana on lights, we've got Mike Plettle on sound, we've got Amy over here on stage right, we've got Topher on stage left, we've got Kachel, the green room goddess, we've got Dana Jean, our wandering executive head on duty, silver problems, weapons mistress, and diva extraordinaire. We have, I don't even know who all the costume assistants are. I'm so sorry, but I love you all. You're wonderful, but I know that Nikki's one, and Lisa's one, and Tamika's running around great, running stuff back and forth, and Kevin and Shane were the runners, and Eddie Neubauer, who created a whole new program to make the workmanship and the performance judging that much faster because it's all computerized, and I don't even have to touch it, which is super awesome, and you should all be thankful about that because I hate computers. All right, who did I forget? I forgot somebody and I'm so sorry. But, okay, so we're gonna move on. So right now, first of all, I would like to thank our super awesome, extra special, wonderful MC for the evening. Something that you should also know about her, and she was gonna write me a little blurb, and I'm sure it's back there somewhere, and it's wonderful, but I'm just gonna make this up. She is actually Tansy Undercrypt. If you don't know Tansy Undercrypt, you need to find her. No, come back, I'm not done yet. All right, because nothing glasses up the joint like a female dictator. It's awesome. So, and one thing that I get to do because I'm the producer and I'm the director and I pretty much have all of you at my whim right now, I have a little award that I call the Spirit of the Masquerade. And I can give it out every year if I want to or not. And this year I chose to, and I chose it to give to the person I thought that really brought a special flair and grace and style and humor and peace and calm to me and to my crew. And she is just absolutely wonderful. So I would like to give the Spirit of the Masquerade to Miss Tansy.
Thank you. It's my first masquerade. Not my first con, my first masquerade, and I'm really, really excited, but now I'm going to celebrate with something Hamish has made in the bag.
All right, let's give out some awards. All right, starting out at the top of the list, we have the award for the 2012 Masquerade Best Makeup goes to Dance Macabre. Bill Hedrick. And I wrote her name down and I left it up on the table. I'm so sorry. Michelle Frank. I have to say this here is a little disturbing for me because this is the first time I've ever seen Bill not perform as a Klingon. All right, for best prop, we have 15 minutes later at the Shawarma Place, Todd Murray. And Chris Foss. All right, next up. What he doesn't understand is that I've got a crew in back waiting to waylay him and take that tesseract because it's actually mine. All right, next up, we have Best Recreation, and that goes to Ainsley Grams for Xena. All right, next up. Best theme of the convention, and what's our theme of the convention this year? Wonder Woman! So, Wonder Woman redesign by James Sterling. All right, on to the big standing uppy ones. So, this year in the Best Young Fan category, we have Wednesday Addams, Cody Bird. Jealous, but then yesterday I got a bacon bouquet, so thank you, Rich and Angeline.
Share.
I can't share, I eat it. All right, so on to the Workmanship Awards. So in the second honorable mention position, we have the woman, Anna. They're cheering because she's not on the list because this was a last minute addition. So.
Come on up. Come on, yell.
I want that dress. All right, next honorable mention for workmanship. I'm not even going to try to pronounce your last name, Allie. Arabian Nights.
Shake it, baby, you will not break it.
Shiny.
I know. I'll make up to you later, I promise.
Flint.
It's not just as funny. But you're so sweet. Okay.
Dana put that on the list for next year, that she really just sucked up to me a lot, so we're going to add that onto our workmanship points for next year.
Are you serious? That's freaking awesome. We are so going to talk about it.
All right, now we're going to do the Workmanship Award, and it's going to pale in comparison because it's Sarah Broly, and she just got engaged backstage. So, how about the knee?
It's good to be the king.
Did she say yes? Congratulations. All right, let's go to performance. Performance, honorable mention. We have Grand Slam with Sarah Tesh. All right, and the 2012 performance winner is Amy Burge and Company, Monster High Reunion. I think I got into my pixie stick stash. All right, so, and on to the next award for the very best novice, and we had a lot of them this year, holy smokes. Over half of our entries were novices. And by the way, we had 32 entries and we had 73 people backstage. There were 73 people in this show tonight, not including Tansy and the ninjas, so that's a lot of people. All right, best novice. First Journey, Anna Tonez.
Okay, audience is this way.
In tech rehearsal today, she's like, all I can see, I can't see the front of the stage, all I can see is light. I'm like, don't walk into the light. And she did, because she follows directions well. All right, in the best journeyman category, Sabrielle, Sonia Cool. And now it's not spam, but we do our best. All right, we got two left. So, in our best master category, the 64-bit princess, Rosanna Capone. Shiny. All right, so one more award and the 2012 Masquerade is done and we can all get on to the toast. So, the 2012 Best in Show, the Lady Doctors. All right, everybody have to listen for a second because there's a sound effect.
One more thing, ladies. watching them get on and off stage is like watching a military drill. Natasha stands there and shouts numbers and people just move.